for the women, and the other one right now in the men's 50-free final.
Now, what we may not have called there is, of course, she used to be a teammate of Ben Proud. They trained together in Plymouth, so she might have done the same thing. We didn't catch it. I know she's Lithuanian, but she trained for many years with Ben, so it may well be that Ben got a pat on the back or a little handshake as well. There's Billas coming into lane number 8 to start things off. I'll let David, you take him through.
Okay, it's a foot from the Netherlands. He's the current short course world champion of the 50 meters. Then Ari-Pekka Jukkonen, bronze medalist from the Europeans 4 years ago. Lane 2, that is Paweł Jurasek from Poland. Finished 5th at the World Championships last year. Christian Golomeyev of Greece was 4th at the last edition of the European Championships, also finalist in the World Champs. Then Vladimir Morozov, missing out on the semi-final of the 100 meters. He is the short course European champion, silver medalist from the World Championships 5 years ago. Then Andrea Vergani, really big personal best by the Italian. And what about Benjamin Proud?
Well, I think they like him. I think they want him to do well. We know they want him to do well. Now, can he go sub 21? That's the question. And do something spectacular here. If he does, he's closing in on that world record and indeed the European record. 20.91, 20.94 respectively. And by the way, Morozov equaled the Russian record with that time of 21.44.
No one has ever been under 21 seconds in a textile suit. So you remember those shiny suits. Fred Busquet set the European record in a shiny suit. Cesar Cielo set the world record in a shiny suit. What can Benjamin Proud do? Can he replicate his performance from yesterday? That extremely fast 21.11, which is a new British record for his name. He takes his time. All the others already behind the blocks.
Wow, he was away like a lightning bolt in the semi-final. If he can do anything like that, well, is it too much to expect that European record to go? Just going sub 21 would be a British record. It was a new British record last night by 3/100ths of a second. 21.14 it was before, 21.11 it is now. Morozov in 3, Vergani in 5. Shortest race of the week, and Proud is away to another fly. Not quite as quick, but 0.65 will do.
And he's up in front already. Look at those windmill strokes of his. It is going to be Benjamin Proud up against his British record. Incredibly fast, Christian Golomeyev in lane 6, but it is Proud who takes it.
21.34, so not as quick as the semi-final. Did not need to be. Golomeyev of Greece gets the 2nd place, and 3rd to Vergani of Italy. No Morozov, he's been edged out into 4th place. So Great Britain, Greece and Italy with a 1, 2, 3. Actually went slower. That will disappoint him. What won't disappoint him is his name as at the top of the scoreboard with a 21.34.
You know, there's a saying among swimmers that you don't have to swim a world record in a final. You just have to win. Because that is the most important thing.
So Ben Proud gets the job done. Say, I was hoping maybe for a little bit more time-wise, but there again, do what you need to do to get the win, and he did just that. He is coached these days in Turkey by James Gibson, former World 50 breaststroke champion, and he'll get the crowd fully on his side. Of course he will, because they love to see a Briton win. And no Russian medal there either, surprisingly. We thought there would be Morozov in the top 3. Missed out by 0.06. There you go. Ben Proud, Christian Golomeyev of Greece with a Russian name, but not a Russian. The occasion of the final on this Thursday just had to get to the wall first, which is precisely what a man who used to train in Plymouth, now trains the majority of his time in Turkey with James Gibson, has managed to do. And no marks off on the podium, which I think was surprising because he set the Russian record in the semi-final. Just couldn't back it up here.
So, absolutely surprising. The Italian, once again, winning a bronze medal.
Mr. Fitzpatrick, Scottish Minister for Public Health. And, she's got a multiple of duties today. She's looking after things one end and coming around to do the medal ceremony the other end. Versatile, these Len people. So the bronze medal, and the Italians get another to add to their total. They are racking them up. They're into the 20s now with Andrea Bergani.
Bronze medal number 11 for Italy.
It's been a good week. Every single session they've seemingly picked up more than one medal. They've done it here with Bergani in the 50 free. And, working towards next Europeans, of course, working towards the Worlds next year. 21.68 is time for bronze. Now, Greece with Golomiev. Just a spin turn as he was getting off there for a moment, but he's on the platform now, and it's a silver medal for him. Very consistent actually through the rounds, wasn't he?
Absolutely, and the first major international medal for this young guy, Christian Golomiev.
Well, I did speculate we might see a sub 21 from him. It didn't quite happen on the day, but in the record books it will show gold medalist Ben Proud, and that's all he really cares about, is he was quicker than the rest of Europe when it mattered on the final day. Second fastest actually for the heats, fastest in the semi-final, fastest in the final, and it is a second medal of the week for Ben Proud, second in the 50 fly, and this time he goes one rung higher to the top of the pyramid. Ben Proud, Great Britain, means that anthem's coming. And he better stand to attention and have his photo taken afterwards. Here it comes. He's a talent, all right. Only slight problem for him these days, I think, is he's become very much a 50 specialist. He used to do the 100, but they're putting all their eggs pretty much in the 50 basket because they know what a talent he is, and they're saying, right, okay, we won't muck around with the 100. There's loads of people who are better than you at the 100. At the 50, you are one of the very best in the world. You're certainly the best in Europe. So let's think about when we get round to 2 years' time in Tokyo. Yeah, you can maybe, if needs be, throw yourself in for the 100, but it's not what you're best at. Why don't you do what you're best at?
Actually, last year in Budapest at the World Championships, I had the privilege to be one of the medal presenters at the 50-meter freestyle, where Benjamin Proud won the bronze medal, and he, I can tell you, looked really satisfied and happy with that result. However, next year, when we have the next World Championships, especially after clocking that incredibly fast 21.11, which I can't emphasize enough, is the best ever in a textile suit. I think he would not be satisfied with the bronze at the World Championships, neither at the Olympics.
And that may be the conversation that goes on with him and James Gibson tonight, is they're going to go, great, fantastic, look at that goal, that's a terrific achievement, but you went 21-11, now I want, and every coach wants you to go quicker through the rounds. That's what they always talk about. It's the measure of a great swimmer, is that you start with the time, you get quicker, and you get quicker still. Now today's been quite interesting, that most of the final times have been won slower than the semi-finals. It's not just this race, but the other races as well.
Except for the 100 fly.